Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will begin in 10 minutes. Would all guests and graduates please gather in your viewing areas? Also, please take this time to make sure your cell phones, cameras, and other recording devices are on and ready with ample battery and memory. The presentation of our graduates will begin shortly.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out, cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home, talking on the telephone. And we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we break every single rule. Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with routine? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's live, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all the things meet, yeah. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change. But I'm here in my mold. I am here in my mold. But I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold. No, 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 no. Well, I've never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me, yeah.
Good evening, and welcome, parents, families, friends, and esteemed guests. My name is Dustin George, and it is my pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremony for Madison Highland Prep's 2020 Commencement Ceremony. At this time, we ask that all of our viewing guests turn their attention to their screens as our ceremony will begin in a few moments. First, I have some general announcements to share with you. We encourage you to take pictures and video with your graduate and family members tonight and share them to social media. Use the hashtag MHPHeat Class of 2020 so that our graduates can share their celebratory moments together. Please take one last moment to make sure your recording and photography devices are on and ready. Without further ado, I am honored to present Madison Highland Prep's graduating class of 2020. And now, please join me in welcoming Madison Highland Prep graduating senior Jessica Kelling to the stage to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jessica. To deliver the welcome address this evening, it is my pleasure to introduce the principal of Madison Highland Prep, Dr. Carrie Clark.
Hello, Madison Highland Prep, graduating seniors, family, and friends. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Madison Highland Prep's 4th graduation class. This is a special class. There will never be another like it, and it's highly unlikely that any future graduation class will have the challenging finale that these seniors have had. On behalf of Madison Highland Prep's education team, I hope everyone enjoys this interactive virtual graduation to the full extent possible. This is a moment in the lives of our seniors, their family and friends, that will live on as a fond memory as long as we dedicate ourselves to this end. I won't spend much time talking about the fact that this spring we had to watch as our wonderful seniors had to miss out on their senior barbecue, prom, spring production, and of course an in-person graduation. This isn't how anyone would have pictured finishing a challenging 4 set of years. That stated, these spring events, including this one, are not going to stop any of our seniors from going on to discover their infinite capabilities, gathering strength from future challenges, and embracing the adventure that is their life, as their journey takes them to unknown but thrilling places. MHP's family, staff, and I have been blessed to be a part of these seniors' lives as they've journeyed through their first set of proving grounds. Parents, thank you for trusting us with your most precious gift, your children. Your ongoing support has made a pivotal difference in helping to ensure that these seniors are ready for a bright and prosperous future, and they are. These young men and women are graduating from a rigorous high school with high expectations. MHP students are different from their peers in so many ways. We are so proud of what they have accomplished. In case some of you didn't know, these seniors have all finished between 28 and 32 credits, a good portion of it at the college level. Each senior has taken minimally 3 college engineering classes and a higher level of math classes than are required by the state of Arizona. Each of these graduating seniors has chosen to participate in an academic program that would help them to be maximally successful in a 4-year college or university setting. This year's graduating class were awarded over $4.6 million in scholarships. They're still coming in. At this moment, wherever you are, please cheer for your graduating senior because he or she has stayed the course and accomplished great things. We are all so proud of each of you. From where I stand, I can easily envision each of these graduating seniors having a bright and prosperous future. Here is why. These seniors have worked hard, have not given up, have taken as many challenging classes as they could manage, and have learned to work together to accomplish various tasks, projects, and assignments. One of the benefits of a STEM education is that the focus on problem solving is profound. These seniors are masterful problem solvers, and that will prove to be key. This rapidly changing global marketplace will be highly dependent on people who can solve problems, and I think we can all agree there will be many to solve. These seniors are tech savvy, and they've all had exposure by way of coursework and clubs to robotics and coding. These seniors made a commitment 4 years ago to take a more challenging path than some of their classmates, and their lives will be forever different because they chose this path. These graduating seniors will enter the global marketplace strong and prepared. Knowing these seniors as I do, they will lead a purpose-driven life, will help others, and will have exciting and fulfilling careers. Graduating seniors, your teachers, staff, and I are so proud of you and so happy that you've accomplished this major milestone. You've done well, you've proven yourself, and more importantly, you've learned that you have enormous potential. You're not afraid of hard work, and you will pursue opportunities that lead to greatness because you've removed any doubt that you can accomplish anything as long as you put your mind to it. Thank you for being such a wonderful class. It has been a pleasure, an honor, and we will miss you dearly.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. Now, the senior class has chosen to read a poem that captures the significance and the spirit of their elementary and secondary schooling as they close this chapter in their lives and prepare to open the door to their future. Please join me in welcoming senior Giselle Cortez to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Tonight I'll be sharing a poem with you by Edgar Albert Guest. I selected this poem because it reminded me of the determination I see in all my peers. It couldn't be done. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his hat, and he took off his coat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Giselle. To deliver this year's commencement address, I'd like to welcome to the stage Madison Highland Prep Governing Board member, Dr. Dawn Enns.
Well, it is my distinct pleasure to address the graduating senior class of 2020 from Madison Highland Prep. Today is about you. It is recognizing the growth, the maturity, and the learning that you had as an individual accomplishment and that you've been working hard for about 12 years. You've done an excellent job in representing your school and yourself and your hard work and your dedication to learning, your flexibility at being the best that you can be. School is really only a reflection of the students and the staff in that school and what they do. You have worked hard to graduate, and you've been recognized by colleges and universities as exceptional students. That simply means that your class is one of the very best classes in the state of Arizona. As you know, Madison Highland Prep was listed nationally by the U.S. News and World Report as one of the most outstanding high schools in Arizona. You have an outstanding staff of educators, and they have worked hard with you, and I'm really proud of their efforts. Your parents have worked really hard to support you and assist you in your work in your education. Dr. Clark has thanked the parents. I'm suggesting that you thank the parents, because your parents have worked hard to support you. They have been really responsible in many ways for your success, and so have the faculty and the staff. Please thank them as well. I am proud of them, and I thank your teachers and I thank your parents, because this type of assistance is rare and very special. Now, I've seen your efforts in preparations, in presentations. I've watched robotics competitions. I've watched athletic contests. I've visited classrooms. I've watched as you carried on outstanding discussions in class, sometimes some great arguments, some great thinking. I've also watched as you converted to online education, and your instruction didn't drop a beat, and you met the challenges required of you to remain outstanding and exceptional. You are graduating because you earned it. You're graduating because of the effort that you put into this school. I was honored when our school was accredited by as an outstanding STEM school by an International School Accreditation Commission. Now, this external assessment was conducted in person with educators from around the world who came to our campus. They visited the classrooms, they visited with students, they met with parents, they met with staff. They compared those findings to international expectations. And they were here for several days. At the end, this team met and accredited the school as an international STEM school. I think you were 33rd in the world to be accredited. And I think you really need to take those efforts and hold them tight. These efforts will be recognized throughout the world. Now, this special honor will be included in your transcript, and it will follow you the rest of your professional career, and you'll be able to revert back to the pride that you had in Madison Highland Prep, an outstanding STEM school. Now, I know that you'll remember this year forever. I know you'll remember this graduation. It's a step in your life, one of many, but it's an important one. I think it's important to remember that in the face of amazing worldwide trauma, that you adapted and you succeeded. You did what was necessary. You accommodated. You bobbed, you weaved, you did what was necessary. You know, resilience is the ability to adapt to a new world. It will be the cornerstone of the year 2020. Resilience is a word that I would use for the class of 2020. I think you must realize that nothing you have earned and nothing that you have learned can be taken away from you. Your next steps may be really different than traditionally expected. You know, what our country and the world will need is your ability. They will need your dedication and your talents. We will need your passion and your leadership and your resilience. You are the future of our world. When you're my age and you're talking to your grandchildren, you'll be telling them about this amazing year that you were involved in. It was a world that changed the face of the world. The Chinese wish for sending their children into the world is, quote, "May you live in interesting times," unquote. I believe that you do live in interesting times, but I do believe there's optimism and I do believe there's a future. My granddaughter is graduating this year, and she's disappointed that we will not be accommodating the traditional trappings that go with graduation. But she's accepting the new norm. But that's what we all will be doing in the future to be successful. You will be monitoring and adjusting. You'll be evaluating where you are and figuring out where you're going. You'll be resilient and moving forward and making the best of the world. You'll find your place in this world. So much will be different, but you know this world and you know how it works, and you got this. My sincere thanks to the faculty and the staff. My sincere thanks to the parents who are here. And my congratulations and my very best to the families. You are the graduating class of Madison Highland Prep 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Enns. This year's salutatorian is a student whose extracurricular involvement parallels his academic achievement. This student has been an integral part of cross-country, track and field, as well as serving as this year's Student Council President. He's helped lead VEX Robotics to state and world championships. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage J.R. Gloria.
Good evening. Before I begin, I'd like to thank all of those who could attend our virtual graduation. I'd like to thank the parents, faculty, teachers, friends, relatives, and other distinguished guests who've been supporting us from the very beginning. Hi, it's your fellow neighborhood Student Council President, J.R. Gloria. Now, I know that we're very distant in terms of space. It's just the law. And I know that depending on how well your Wi-Fi is right now, I'm either a pixelated mess with lo-fi garage rock vocals cutting in and out every minute, or I'm so high def that you can see the acne breaking on my face. But regardless of your viewing experience, what makes our school so amazing is that we are a STEM school. And we've prepared for any calamity, sans nuclear fallout, that the world might bring our way. The worst thing about this situation is I don't know when to continue or when to pause, but we'll make it work. Today, I'd like to talk about titles. People can go by many titles: captain, representative, president, classmates. I myself have gone by quite a few: Monster Cabs, Abraham Lincoln, Alien, CEO. But today, I'm only representing one title as our class's salutatorian. What does that mean exactly? It means that I was lucky enough to pass all the right classes for second place. In a sense, I'm the first loser, but it isn't the first time, nor the second, nor the third, nor the last. You could say I was the salutatorian of cross country. Rarely did I ever get a first place medal. Or the salutatorian of track and field, especially junior year. That was an aggravating season for all of us. Or even up until this year, I was the salutatorian of student council. And even now, I am officially the salutatorian of our class of 2020. But in spite of all this, I've pushed forward. If there's anything in Dr. Kim's class that he's taught us this year, it's that I am an embryo, a chicken, in its egg. And as time goes on, the chick breaks free from its egg, taking small wobbly steps, but they're forward steps, and steps until it's able to fly however much a chicken can actually fly. It isn't pretty, but it gets there. I don't get it either sometimes, but it's inspiring. And if there's one thing we should all take away from our high school experience, it's that these titles that people give us aren't what defines our identities. Just because I'm the president doesn't automatically make me a good or a bad person. Just because I'm the captain of our team doesn't mean I should stop improving my own abilities. And just because I'm a loser doesn't mean I'm not an amazing person. And just because you're not salutatorian doesn't devalue any of your accomplishments in high school. I'm confident in the abilities of all my classmates, that any one of them could have come up here and, through enough practice, could make a speech 10 times better than I could. People give us titles because they believe that we qualify those conditions. But we are greater than other people's perceptions. We are greater than the labels slapped across our face that tells us what we're limited by. I like to thank my mom for instilling that belief in me and supporting me every step of the way. Thank you. I'd like to thank my friends for always being there to lighten up the mood. I'd like to thank my teachers for helping me grow, not only mentally, but emotionally as well, in and out of the classroom. As his request, I'd also like to thank my 6th and 7th grade math teacher for single-handedly making me the successful person I am today. You know who you are. Now let's move on to our title as MHP's graduating class of 2020. Now, I can completely avoid cliches and tell you that all my speeches since freshman year have just been me taking the time to find the best moments on YouTube of high school something speeches. But I feel like in true MHP fashion, we should go down a list of all the great things we've done this year. Prom was an amazing night. Senior ditch day, even better. Our senior prank, best senior prank MHP has seen by far. The senior breakfast, I just loved it when Dr. Clark stuffed his cheeks with maple syrup. Listen, I know we could have had a better end to our senior year, and adulting is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. But I hope that we can all remember something from our time being here together, whether it be taping Mr. Watson and Mr. Walker onto a wall, our school's barbecues and class competitions, seeing my scuffed videos from time to time, the various other dances that you may or may not have attended, bucket drumming, or even how far we, as a class of 101, have come. Because I assure you that you've had an experience equal to the ones that you thought you have missed out on. And after this plague is all over, maybe we could all coordinate something for our class to have the satisfactory ending we deserve. In the beginning, I said we were separated by space, but we were actually also separated by time. I'm being filmed a week prior to our actual graduation night. Hey, future JR. I can see those AP tests did a number on you. Honestly, I can't relate. Oh, are you playing Minecraft? Right now? We really need to get our priorities straight. I hope that your future self will be in a greater position than mine. Concluding the theme, the title of our final chapter is being written. And even if there is a conflict in our narrative, whether it be coronavirus or some other sixth-dimensional being, we are all here to complete it, to complete a very meaningful chapter in our lives. Your story and how you got here may have been different, but we have come this far, and we can't stop running. Keep running, even after you've crossed the finish line. Ya yeet, let's go Heat.
Thank you, JR. And now for a special announcement, I'd like to welcome Dr. Clark back to the podium.
Madison Highland Prep would like to continue a tradition that was started with MHP's first graduating class by honoring a graduating senior with the Heat Legacy Award. The Heat Legacy Award recognizes a senior who embodies what it means to be a part of the MHP family. This senior possesses the traits of leadership, grit, optimism, and kindness. The senior can always be counted on to lead and champion initiatives on campus. She's been in many clubs. She also serves on MHP's advisory panel. She even knows how to change her own tire. Without further ado, please join me in honoring Fiona Francis with Madison Highland Prep's Heat Legacy Award.
Thank you, Dr. Clark. Congratulations, Fiona. The valedictorian of the class of 2020 is a student who's proven to be an integral part of MHP's community. His pursuit of academic excellence has earned him admission to 12 colleges and universities. Please join me in welcoming the valedictorian of the class of 2020, Elliot Montano.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, teachers, and faculty. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the teachers and administrators who worked so hard to make us reach this commencement ceremony tonight. I could go back and reminisce about the last 4 years. A lot has happened in the last few weeks, and lately I found myself overcome by a barrage of nostalgia from my high school years. It seems too fast we find ourselves celebrating the end of this chapter of our lives as we move forward onto bigger and better opportunities and experiences. So instead, I am choosing to focus on what is to come for us in the next 4 years. For many of us, the next 4 years will mark the true beginning of our intellectual development. We will be tried and tested, thrown into environments where we are way outside of our comfort zones and asked the impossible. Yet I know with absolute certainty that every single one of us will not only face each challenge in stride, but overcome them and succeed in all of our future endeavors. No matter what we do, we must concentrate on enhancing our futures and setting great examples for those who love us and for those who will follow in our footsteps. We must be tomorrow's positive images. Our actions must make a statement and send a clear message, one that says, wherever we come from, whatever we have or don't have, whatever our color, sex, or cultural background, we can be partners in success and we can achieve greatness together. In order to create tangible, positive change in the world, we must be willing to work diligently and have a keen understanding of exactly how far we can go. We must know our own limitations and in turn how and when to push beyond them and to challenge ourselves and those around us. George Saunders once said, "Do all of the other things, the ambitious things, travel, get rich, get famous, innovate, lead, fall in love, make and lose fortunes. But as you do, to the extent that you can, err in the direction of kindness." We are a generation of innovators and storytellers, men and women who will shape the world around them and never turn our backs on those in need. If there is one thing that we can all go into the world and give, I hope it is a strong and profound sense of compassion. Class of 2020, we truly are an extraordinary bunch. Already we have accomplished so much and began to change the world around us. The last few months of our senior year were taken from us, and yet this terrible tragedy has only brought everyone closer together. The outreach I have seen online has been tremendous as we continue to celebrate not only ourselves and our accomplishments, but the accomplishments of others as well. We are a generation that not only refuses to be silenced, but demands to be heard. We bring up those around us and leave no person behind in our continual pursuit for equity and a just world. We have had an amazing set of teachers and faculty to help push us to achieve greatness. Whether they showed their support by opening their classroom to any student that needed some help with math, inspired us to speak our truths and to stand up for what we believe in, or even cheered us on in the bleachers during a sports game. They were there constantly and without falter. I would like to take a minute to thank all of my teachers for all of the time and dedication they have devoted to me and all of the other graduates. Thank you to my friends, for there's absolutely no way I could have survived high school without you guys. And finally, a special thank you to my family for always supporting me and my choices and pushing me to be my best self. Graduates, it is now up to you to make a difference, to have people say honorable things about you, and to leave the impression that you never gave up on yourself or others. Society is counting on you. Excellence is never an accident. It's the result of hard work and perseverance. Go forward, work hard, and attain excellence, the kind of excellence that will make your dreams a reality. All great achievements arise from passion and heart. It is the desire to do better, to dig deeper, that propels a civilization to greatness. Good luck, and remember that graduation is only the beginning, not the end.
Thank you, Elliot. It is now my pleasure and privilege to welcome back Dr. Don Enns. He is here this evening on behalf of the governing board to certify the graduating class of 2020. Please welcome Dr. Enns to the podium.
On behalf of the governing board of Madison Highland Prep, it is my pleasure to certify that these students have accomplished all of the requirements to be awarded an advanced high school diploma in the state of Arizona. I now ask your principal, Dr. Carrie Clark, to present the graduates with their diplomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Clark, Mrs. Rodriguez, I am proud to announce the 2020 graduates of Madison Highland Prep. Nama Ibrahim Al-Batah. Zevin Ashton Alifi. Robert Craig Arbizu. Eric Armando Barajas Arellano. Samantha Tay Barnes. William David Beam. JC Skylar Begay. Victoria Lucille Benton. Mark Wallace Brainerd. Austin Mitchell Brindowski. Cameron Mitchell Buckeye. Shamay Sarai Kamara. Sean Carroll. Angelica Michelle Cervantes. Charles Patrick Gainey Combs. Giselle Cortez. Joshua Benjamin Cortez Chavez. Emily Ann Day. Mariano Angel de la Cruz Morales. Alondra Dina de la Rosa. Joaquin Raimundo del Angel Diaz. Joseph Diaz Alvarez. Victor Alejandro Enriquez. Nicholas Alexander Estrin. Zoe Zane Ewell. Adriana Fernandez. Dodge Michael Flynn. Noah Kosi Ford. Fiona Francis. Lainey Rose Fritz. Alexander Stephen Galvan. Angelo Anthony Garcia. Jasmine Isabel Garcia. Noah Russell Gilmore. Reynaldo J.R. Cabuenos Gloria. Dylan Thomas Gordon. Nolan Bryce Grew. Ethan Wayne Grossclose. Daisy Marie Hernandez. Devin Allen Hill. Wendy Jimenez Salgado. Jacob Ray Kaiser. Jessica Matea Kelling. Carlos LaFountain. Job Londa. Zachary Lane Larger. Isabella Charlotte Rose LeBlanc. Elijah Zen Lita. Zoe Star Lita. Carlos Quinn Lopez. Nevea Alessandra Lopez. Daniel Robert Loza. Enrique Alejandro Machado. Zachary Michael Markowitz. Maylene Stephanie Martinez. Deanna Carolina Mendoza Romero. Alexander Lucas Miller. Matthew Francis Moran. Sheba Momin. Shifa Momin. Elliot Leon Montano. Chad Jason Montier. Jessica Jasenia Morales. Luciano Lucerio Morales. Samantha Judith Moreno. Serena Danielle Moreno. Joshua Charles Mowry. Deanna Lourdes Munoz Rangel. Sergio Alejandro Neri Jr. Ramses Jerome Wynn. Noah John Nordvold. Isaac Xavier Okamura. Brisa Lisbeth Ordaz. Nancy Maylin Para Gonzalez. Javier Armando Para. Sophie Marie Paul. Alfonso Perez. Nathan Vincent Polaro. Ryan Deshaun Pounds. Gabrielle Antonia Ramos. Salvador Renteria Silverio. John Anthony Ritter. Dakota Matthew Rogers. Nadine Rebecca Saliba. Jet Edward Schneider. Ryan Tyler Shomas. Tyler Jude Schwartz. Stone Vaughn Schauberg. Jose Soriano Rojas. Noemi Renee Soto. Trevor Franklin Soul. Ryder Aaron Tenori. Kevin John Tartaglia. Arlie Joseph Timmons. Alan Long Tran. Harlan James Troxel. Anaí Urbieta Parente. Charlie Suzanne Valenzuela. Olonja Guadalupe Vasquez Martinez. Paula Veronica Vasquez. Lexi Lee Wall. Liliana Zignoni. Class of 2020, would you please rise and remain standing? As is academic tradition, a student who has not yet earned a degree wears the tassel of his or her cap on the right side. However, once the degree is conferred, the scholar moves the tassel to the left side, symbolizing the transformation from candidate to graduate. At this time, you may move your tassels from the right to the left to signify your graduation from high school. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present Madison Highland Prep's graduating class of 2020. Guests, celebrate and share those pictures to MHP Heat Class of 2020. Congratulations.
A celebration to last throughout the years. So celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright, baby. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Celebrate good times, come on.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Now, some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.